All right, so let's talk real quick about masculine versus feminine here. Masculine, when I say masculine, there are people and items in Spanish that are gendered. And so, if you are a boy, you usually use an O at the end of your adjective to describe yourself. So the O ending is the masculine ending for adjectives and descriptive words. So, an example, if I was a boy, I'd say, yo soy alto, I am tall. Or if I'm asking you, are you funny? Or are you funny and you're a boy? I would say, oh, eres cómico. Or if I'm describing my friend Robert and he is athletic, I'd say, Robert es atlético. And I would use the O ending, like you see in these examples. There are adjectives that are gender neutral, like inteligente or joven, where you don't have to change anything. So if I was going to be talking about Robert and I'm going to say, oh, he's intelligent, I would say, él es inteligente, or Robert es inteligente, right? And you don't have to add an O. All right, let's get into feminine here. Okay, so feminine, instead of the O, we use an A. And so the A ending is the feminine ending for adjectives or descriptive words. So if I'm describing myself, right, I identify as a girl. So I would say, yo soy alta, I am tall. If I was talking to my friend and asking if she is funny and she identifies as a girl, I would say, eres cómica, are you funny? And then if I was just describing this girl here, Julie, and I'm going to say, oh, she is athletic, I would say es atlética with an A ending. Again, adjectives like inteligente or joven, they're gender neutral, or grande is another one. Those are gender neutral because they don't end in an O and they don't have an A in parentheses next to it. So you know that they don't change based on who you're describing. So if I wanted to say this girl in the picture is intelligent, and she identifies as a female, I would say ella es inteligente, right? She is intelligent. Now, it's important to remember that Spanish, even though it's a gendered language, Spanish is actually making steps to become more inclusive. And so there are gender neutral adjective endings, and you have a couple options if you don't identify as male or female. So we have three options here. If you go by they, them pronouns and don't want to use he, him, or she, her pronouns, then you can either choose to use an O or an A, whichever you want to stick with, that's fine. You can use an E ending. So instead of saying alto, which is the masculine ending, or alta, which is the feminine ending, you can use alte, which is a neutral ending if you go by they, them pronouns. Something that's common in writing is for the at symbol because it's an O and an A all in one. And so sometimes you'll see this in writing, or sometimes there's an X there for number 3. But I just want to throw those out. So that way, Spanish class is super inclusive because these are some of the things that we're starting to see. And it's a way to take this gendered language and make it inclusive for everyone. Now, let's get into some examples or ejemplos. All right, we're going to talk about our friend Jose here. Jose identifies as male. So we're going to use a masculine ending. So Jose es, right? Now let's go real quick back to my SARE chart. Remember, Jose is one person. Jose in this case is a he. So we're going to use es. So Jose es, or Jose is, right? Is and s are very similar. You just swap out the e for an I to make it English. So Jose es, or he is, Jose is alto, right? We want to say Jose is tall, Jose es alto, and we add the O ending. Now let's talk about our friend Julia. Julia is also tall. So we're going to say Julia es, right? In this case, it's not he is, it's she is, but we use the same form of ser. So es means he or she is. So Julia es alta, and we use an A ending. All right, let's look at another example. Jose no es. So if I want to say somebody is not something, I add the no in front of the s. So Jose no es bajo with an O ending, right? Because Jose is a male. So Jose no es bajo. Jose is not short, right? Because we just talked about how Jose es alto. Jose is tall. Now, Julia no es alta. I think I messed that one up, but we're gonna roll with it. So in this case, if we wanted to say Julia is not tall, you would say Julia no es alta, and we still use the A ending. So if you want to talk about what somebody is not, you put the no in front of es. All right. Now let's keep going with our examples. Jose es joven. See how I didn't have to add an O there? Joven is gender neutral. It doesn't matter who I'm describing. So Jose es joven. Jose is young. Now Julia es joven. Julia is also young. So see how we can use joven to describe Jose, who is a boy, and Julia, who is a girl? Let's look at another example. Let's talk about describing ourselves, which is what you guys are going to do. So yo soy, I am, right? You have to look for the I am to describe yourself. So yo soy bonito. If I'm a boy, I would say yo soy bonito. I am beautiful with an O ending. Now, if I was a girl and I was describing myself as beautiful, I would say yo soy bonita and use an A ending. So there you go. That's just a quick overview of how to make sentences about description. You're going to use yo soy and like blank person's name es a lot. So definitely keep these two. We're going to run through, go back to our, definitely keep these two in mind. So yo soy, this is a really important one for you guys because you want to be able to describe yourselves. And he or she is. You usually put like the person's name. We're going to be practicing that a lot. So like Kim S or Carl S. So there you go, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. But that's our video. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.